Addicts. It's Joe from Black Box Silver and Bronze, and today I've got a stack of comics for Alan the Comic Collector Geek's cover challenge, signed comic covers. Let's check them out. Okay, comic addicts, I've got 10 great signed comics to share with you. And the challenge is to show your signed comic covers, and you can get bonus points if they're slabbed with yellow labels. So I'm not going to get a lot of bonus points for that, but I've got some great comics to show you. So let me start with two that are not in my top 10. I just want to share them with you. The first one is Highball and Pepe, and this is by Roy Chang. And the reason I'm sharing this one with you is because this is the only one that I personally got signed. So last October, I was in the local mall. There was a small comic convention, not really a convention, but a comic swap meet going on. And they had some local artists set up. And I walked by this guy's table. He had a poster of this picture. And I went over, I noticed the steampunk train, which I thought was really cool. So I went over and checked it out. And I noticed he actually had comic books about it. So I talked to him and I wound up buying this comic book. He's like, hey, you want me to sign it? I was like, yeah, sure. So he signed it right up there. Roy Chang already came with his signature printed on it down here, but that was the one that he put on in front of me. And it's a really cool story. It's like prose on one page and comic on the other, but it's telling the story. It's based in reality. There was some woman in San Francisco in Chinatown who basically was helping some of the young women who are getting sold into the sex trade to escape, like an underground railroad situation. So that's Highball and Pepe. The other one I wanted to share with you is this one, because I love this story. And if you like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Sword and Sorcery, you should check out Blood Realm. And so this one is Blood Realm, Volume 1, Number 1, and it's signed by Robert Geronimo, who's the creator and artist. And basically, everything is done in black and white and red, and it's just phenomenal. It's really, he's created this mythical world a la Tolkien, and you know, there's demons and swords, and it's fantastic. I love it. It's one of my favorite comics, so I always buy it every time he puts it out. And so basically, he puts out a 3-arc story. So this is number 1, and look how cool these covers are. This is number 2, and this is number 3. And then, actually, I got them out of order. This is 2, the other one was 3. And basically, that's the whole story arc of Volume 1. And then he's got 4 volumes out, and each one is 3 issues. And then what's cool is after the 3rd issue comes out sometime later, Alterna comes out with a giant that collects all 3 issues. So this is volume 1. This is volume 1 all together. So all of those 3 comics I just showed you are in here. And what's cool about this is you can get them all in one comic if it's something you want to check out. And there's some extra art pages in this as well. So I love getting these individual issues because I love those red and black covers. But I always pick these up anyway because it's, you know, consolidated, and it's got some extra cool art in it as well. So if you like that kind of stuff, look for this. It's really good. All right, let's get into the top 10 signed comic covers in my collection. So at number 10 is Heckler number 1. And this is from September of 1992. And it is signed by the husband and wife team of Tom and Mary Bierbaum. And they worked with, you can see down here as well, it says Keith Giffen and Tom and Mary Bierbaum. So they did a lot of work with Keith Giffen on, I think it was the Legion of Superheroes. And then when he started this comic, you know, he plotted it out and they scripted it. And I think it's cool how, you know, they both signed it, and one is in gold ink and one is in silver ink. So that's my number 10. All right, number 9 is X-Men number 131. I think this is from March of 1980. And if you look up in that X, you could see that it is signed by John Byrne. And I did not get this one signed, but I checked out what his signature looked like on the internet, and I'm pretty sure that that is him. So that is John Byrne's signature on a John Byrne cover, and John Byrne art inside as well. Number 9, that's X-Men number 131. All right, number 8, I know that this one is signed. This is Domino number 1 from June of 2018. It's one of my homage covers to the Steranko Shield cover number 4. And this is signed by J. Scott Campbell, and it's just a great cover. And I know it's signed by him because it came with the certificate of authenticity. So that one is official. All right, number 7. This one is super cool. I found this in a dollar bin. I just pulled it out and I was like, that looks pretty interesting. And this is Condom Man, and it's a one-shot. This is from 1994. And I just pulled it out of the, I was hunting through a dollar sale at my local shop, where he takes the comics that are in his shop out, and he just brings all these boxes in that he normally has in storage, and you sign up for an hour and you get to dig through them. And I found a couple of cool comics on this particular day, and I was going through and I just saw this gold cover and I threw it in the box, because once you start, you hit 30 comics, I think 30 or 35 comics. He gives you a short box for free and you don't have to pay any more. That's it. You pay 35 bucks. And so you just keep filling it up. So I saw this gold cover and I was like, oh, that's a cool 90s type of cover. I'll just grab it. I didn't know what it was. I threw it in, got home, took it out of the bag and board, and I found that on the back, it was signed and numbered. So it's signed by the creator, Christopher Swafford, and it's 972 out of 5,000. And I got that for $1. And it's kind of rare. You don't see a lot of these around, but when I did see a couple of them for sale, they were going like for 30 or 40 bucks. So I think I got a really good deal on that. All right, number 6, another kind of stealth deal that I got was this one, Fugitoid number 1. It's from Mirage Studios, right? Same folks who did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird did this, and this ties into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think at the very end, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles appear on the last page, and then it tells you that it's going to continue in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 5. So one of my local comic stores had 2 of these up on the shelf, and I just grabbed the one that was less expensive, and I got this for $5. And then when I came home and I was reading it, I found out that right here on the first page, it's signed by Kevin Eastman. So I thought that was pretty cool. But not only is it signed by Kevin Eastman, the creator, over on this page, it's signed by Steve Levine, who did the inks and colors on most of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I guess he did the, or rather the lettering and the coloring. And I guess he did the lettering in here, although he's not credited. And then there's actually a couple of more signatures there, which I cannot figure out who those 2 signatures are, the red one and the one right above it. But what a great deal that was for $5. And I enjoyed the story. Okay, number 5. This one is really cool, and I'm going to get bonus points because it's slab with a yellow label. This is Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan, number 2 from June of 2009. And it is signed by Spock himself, Leonard Nimoy. And I bought this several years ago while he was still alive. I did not get this signed, but I got this off of eBay because I'm a big Star Trek fan, and I like Spock. And so that's Star Trek Wrath of Khan number 2. And also That is my favorite Star Trek movie of all, is The Wrath of Khan. And it continues from a TV show episode, which was called Space Seed. And it's really cool. If you watch the TV episode Space Seed, see how it ends, and then watch The Wrath of Khan, how it continues, and Ricardo Montalban is in it.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
It's just great. So this one I really like. But this is at number 5, so I must have some good ones that are higher, because that's pretty good. So what's better than having a Leonard Nimoy signature? Well, how about on Star Trek Wrath of Khan #1, having both Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner? So this is the first issue of the 2-part series. And I like that other one with the photo cover of Spock, Leonard Nimoy. But this is really cool because I've got Captain Kirk's signature and Spock's signature on that. So that's pretty cool. And it's slabbed with the yellow label. So that's my number 4. Okay, so those are pretty good. Let's see what I got at number 3. Number 3, I have Dark Knight number 3. And this is from August of 1986. And this is a PGX slab at a 9.6. And this is signed by Frank Miller, right, who created this story. And it's also his file copy. So this was really cool. I saw this, I bought this several years ago. It was on eBay, and I think I got it for like maybe, it was under $100. It was like maybe $60, $75. And nobody was bidding on it. I guess it's because it's PGX. Nobody likes PGX, but I was like, that's pretty cool. It's signed by him, and it's his file copy. So I snagged that one. That was my number 3. All right, so those are some good comics. So for number 2 and number 1, I've got some really killer signatures here, but they are not slab. But nevertheless, they are going to be definitely the top 2. Okay, so number 2 is Ghost Rider number 3. This is from 1951 by Magazine Enterprises. It's got a train cover, and this is a beautiful, beautiful Frank Frazetta cover with that explosion. I just think that is really gorgeous. And when I got this one of the things that's cool about it was I'm trying to collect this Ghost Rider run, which is very difficult to do. But I love the train covers, beautiful Frank Frazetta cover. But on the bottom of the inside page, I've got to be very careful with this. Okay, on the bottom of the inside page down here is Dick Ayers. And so I've got a Dick Ayers signature who did the interior pencils on this. Ghost Rider number 3 from 1951. This is also known as part of the A-1 series. So this is A-1 number 31, if you're familiar with that. Okay, so that is number 2. So what could number 1 be? Because that's pretty good. That's a pretty good comic there. All right. Number 1, The Strange World of Your Dreams, number 4, February of 1953 by Prize Comics, with a Jack Kirby and Joe Simon cover. There's no signature on the cover, but like that Ghost Rider, if you open the page and look at the bottom of the first page, you will find a Joe Simon signature. And that is really an amazing signature to have in my collection. And I am pretty confident that that is his signature because I purchased this from his grandson, Jesse Simon. I was very surprised let something with his granddad's signature go. But I'm very grateful that he did, because this is a series that I wanted to put together. And I'm just thrilled to have a Joe Simon signature, one of the greats in the comic industry. So that's my top 10. I hope you enjoyed it. The one I still want to get is a Jack Kirby signature. And someday I'm going to buy a comic out of the dollar bin that's Captain Victory or Silver Star and open it up. And there on the bottom is going to be Jack Kirby's signature. And I can't wait for that day to happen. So thank you for watching Comic Addicts. Please give me a like and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.